Interior, cheers, night. Norm is already on his usual stool, fresh beer in his hand. Cliff enters, still in his mailman uniform, heads straight for the stool next to Norm.
Evening, Norm. Another day, another dollar. Or, in my case, another 100 houses where nobody seems to remember what a stamp is.
Evening, Cliffy. You look like you wrestled a particularly grumpy chihuahua today.
Close. Just Mrs. Henderson's poodle. Swear it's a purebred. But I think it's got more terrier than a junk dog. Anyway, Sam, pint of the usual, please.
So, anything exciting happen on your route today? Any secret messages in invisible ink, or international espionage plots disguised as junk mail?
Ooh, funny you should ask, Norm. Today, I had a package for a Mr. Bartholomew P. Finch. Now, Bartholomew P. Finch sounds like a man of leisure, right? Maybe a collector of rare thimbles, or perhaps a connoisseur of artisanal cheeses?
Or maybe he just likes fancy names.
But here's the kicker, Norm. The package. It was a giant crate of industrial strength toilet plungers. That's right. Industrial strength, Norm. Now, what does a Bartholomew P. Finch need with a dozen industrial strength toilet plungers?
Sounds like a man who expects a lot of backups. Or maybe he's in the plunger resale business. You know, high-end plungers for the discerning clock player.
Ugh. Yeah, well, you might be onto something there, Norm. You might be onto something. The plunger market. It is a dark horse. Untapped potential. I tell you, the things you learn delivering mail. It's a window into the very soul of America.
Or maybe just its plumbing problems.
And scene. Welcome, everybody, back to another episode of the Working Perspectives Podcast presents The Retorted Show. I'm Matt Lavelle, he's Bern Pockasee, and R.I.P. to the amazing, the incredible, the legend that is, the one and only George Wendt. George Wendt is a living legend. Well, he was a living legend.
Incredible. Up until very recently, he was a living legend.
He's a star among stars. I mean, just, he's someone that I didn't appreciate as a kid, but when I got older and actually learned what funny things are, dude, I mean, he is a genius at Cheers. And from what I understand, a lot of his stuff was off the cuff. It was all improv. So a lot of it was improv. The fact that he's just able to do that astounds me. So, Bern, any thoughts on old George Wendt?
No, George Wendt from Cheers, from the iconic SNL The Bears sketch.
Yep.
I mean, just a Chicago legend, Second City legend, and he shall be missed.
He shall be missed. Well, Bern, he's a dude, but I think it's time to find out who that dude.
Who that dude? Who that dude?
Who that dude? Everyone's new favorite segment. It's Who Dat Dude. Here's what we're doing on Who Dat Dude. I got a story. Bern's got a story. We're going to tell the story from the first person point of view. I'm then going to provide Bern with a list of names of people that we are all familiar with. Mm-hmm. And then Bern is going to have to decipher who he thinks that story belongs to. Now, it could belong to me. It could belong to somebody else. We don't know. He's going to have 5 questions total. The questions have to pertain to the story only. Cannot ask about the person. It cannot be person questions. Has to be story questions. If he only asks 3 of the questions, he can then have the list narrowed down from 5 to 3. Bern, I would like to start. Are you ready?
I am ready, Matt.
I'm ready. My story tonight. Here we go. For Who Dat Dude, my story is, I once ripped an air conditioner out of someone's living room window. I once ripped an air conditioner out of someone's living room window. Okay. Are we ready for the names?
Hit me, baby.
As always, He's got to be on the list. He's everyone's favorite selection. The one and only Alan Boohickle-Bach. Right? Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Want more of it. Then we're going to have myself, old Uncle Matty, Matt Lavelle. Then we're going to throw in the big man, former guest of the show, former co host of the show, the one and only Party Boy Pete, the Prince of Party Boy Pete McCormick. Then we're going to add a sleeper, maybe some would say. Alex Lavelle will be on this
Okay.
list. Alex Lavelle. You know him, you love him, you want more of him. And last, but certainly not least, Ronald Joseph Skotleski Jr. And that's my list. And that's what we're doing. Questions, concerns. Tell me what's going through your mind right now.
All right. Let's see. First question: was this done on a dare?
This was it was part of a game, we'll say.
Okay. Okay. Was this person in high school at the time?
No, it was early 20s, early to mid 20s.
Was alcohol involved?
Yeah, it would be involved later. It wasn't involved at the time.
Okay.
That's 3.
That's three.
Do you dare?
Uh, no, I think I'm gonna continue my questioning.
Okay.
Okay. Were there any financial or legal repercussions for tearing this air conditioner out of the house?
There was not.
Okay.
None to my knowledge, at least.
All right. And I got to ask one more now.
Yeah.
Was it done to impress a girl?
Wasn't there was no girls present at the time of it being taken out, as far as I can tell, but there was girls later that were part of said game, if that makes sense.
Okay. All right. Well,
You hit
all right.
me.
So,
Can you just go over your
yep.
questions again,
So
sir?
my questions were what I found out from my questioning was that this was not a dare, but part of a game.
Yeah.
The person was not in high school.
Nope.
Alcohol was not involved at the time of this happening.
Nope.
There were no legal or financial repercussions, as far as you know, and it
Correct.
was not done to impress a girl.
No, was not. I mean, to be fair though, most things from in your early 20s are done to impress a girl.
Yeah,
You know,
sure, sure.
let's talk about it.
I don't know that I did myself a whole lot of favors with my questioning there.
Well, I figured out last week, I kind of left myself in a lurch when I only had, when it ended up being my dad, and I only had one person my dad's age, which was my dad. So I was like,
Yeah.
when you asked, like, were you there? Yeah, I was there. Yeah, I mean,
All
I
right. So
was
I'm gonna tell you where I'm feeling right now. I
talk to me,
am going to
daddy.
eliminate Alex and Ron because I'm really
Okay.
looking at you, Bach, and Big Pete here.
Okay.
And that is an absolute. I mean,
Remember, it is a window unit. It was a window unit.
it's a window unit torn out of from the outside, torn out of
Yeah.
somebody's window.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm all right. I'm gonna go with my gut here. Uh, I'm going Big Pete. My guess is Big Pete, Party Pete, the Prince of Party, Pete McCormick. Pete's a big guy. I don't see Pete having any issue,
Mm-mm.
no matter how big this window is off the ground. He's also
He's just so
huge,
fucking
dude.
good
He's
looking.
just such.
And he's so good
He's
looking.
first of all, he's so handsome.
He's so
Second of
handsome.
all, Pete kind of bangs to the beat of his own drummer, and I could see Pete just being like, "I wonder if I can rip that air conditioner out of the window," and then just trying it. So My final guess is the Prince of Parties himself, Pete McCormick.
All right. Well, Burn, your hot streak is over because that story
Oh,
belonged to the one and only Matt Lavelle. That's right. Your
uh,
boy, old Uncle Matty. Here we go. This is art influencing life in a way, and also how impressionable young teenagers are. So, do you remember the show Viva la Bam?
I sure do.
Honestly, it was like the biggest hit show back in the day. It was huge, huge hit show. And dude, we watched it all the time. We all did. Everyone watched it. It was a big hit show. Jackass was huge. Viva La Bam was huge. It was a total thing, right? On Viva La Bam, they did a scavenger hunt, right? Where you had to like go around and get a bunch of things. So
Oh,
we were all hanging out. It was like a couple of groups of people. It was like me, Alex, Daryl Mangle, Bach, Sweet Mama Cheesecake, Sock, Carly, like a Nick DeFinis. There was a ton of us all hanging out, right? And we're like, hey, this is what we're going to do tonight. I printed out a list. I was like, we're having a scavenger hunt. These are the things you can get. These are the points you can get. And also, like, here's a miscellaneous thing. If you find something, we'll go over the points. And everyone was like, so in. We had everyone there was two teams. Each team had a driver, and you had to go around and try and get stuff, right? And it was like mailboxes were on the list, traffic signs were on the list,
wow.
license plates were on the list, for sale signs, everything, dude. So I remember Daryl's car, he had like an Acura or something. And we just we hated End-Up at the time, so I was like, if you can steal the North Wales sign, it's like 10,000 points. You're winning
Right.
it.
Game over. Game
If
over.
you steal a doghouse, it's 1,000. Like it was like wild the point schemes. A mailbox was this and whatever. So at one point we were like down some points. Right, I was like, we need to make up some ground because we've been driving around and I'm the only one that's gotten a couple things. We need to get some big stuff. Like we had gotten some construction stuff and we had gotten some the signs here and there for sales and a mailbox and all this. Maybe not a mailbox because that's a felony. So
Not that you gave a shit about that at the time.
no.
Wait, how
Also,
many
this
how
was
many points
legit
was the air conditioner worth?
150. It was a big one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, I would imagine that might be undervalued there.
I
It's
think
hard to
so.
pull an air conditioner out of somebody's house from the
So
outside.
this is what happened. I had a screwdriver in my pocket, and I was like, drop me off in this alley and then meet me back at our house, right? Which was 2 blocks away. So I get out of the alley. I went to three different cars and I took the license plates off of them.
Oh, Maddie. Maddie.
Dude, thinking about that now, if someone did that to me,
You'd be so mad. You'd be
I
so
would
mad.
murder them. Murder them. Three different cars. I took the license plates off us for a fucking a scavenger hunt game. What are we doing? So then I have the three things like in my pants or pocket or something, right? Or I'm holding them because they're license plates. And I'm walking back and I hear like this humming and I was like, "Ooh, it's an air conditioner and it's on the first floor of this twin, which I can reach." And I was like, I saw like, you know how the air conditioner was like, you put the unit in and then you spread like the accordion thing on the
Oh
side.
yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
saw it was like a flimsy accordion thing. So I was like, you know what? If I punched through and grabbed it, I could rip that out.
Was
So
it
I was like,
on? So it was
it was
on
on.
too.
It was totally on. Yep. So I was like, I can just rip it out and I'll run. And there's no way they'll know. So I remember going over and I saw like the light go off and like I could see something like going upstairs. You know what I mean? And I was like, you know what? Fucking let me just count to 20. Now's as good as time as any. Hopefully they're going to take a shit, but they're not downstairs anymore. And I just went over with both hands and was like, and punched through the side thing, grabbed the front and put it on my shoulder. And I was like, okay. And I started to run and the cord was still plugged
Yeah,
in.
of course it was.
So I'm running like, whoa. and it like fell out of my hands. I was like, shit. And I just went like yank and I pulled it and it like, ripped out. And I grab it. I have my license plates and I just start running back to our stash house, which was my mom's house.
Oh,
My
Nelly,
mom, I'll say
Nelly.
this. I'll say this. My mom, I did put all the license plates back.
You did
I sure did. For,
on the cars, or you just leave them on the trunk and be like, "Sorry about that."
I mean,
They made it home. That's the important thing.
who knows? Who knows? Statute of limitations is passed, so fuck off.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
so
Wow.
yeah, that was that. Hey, Viva La Bam, influencing the youth. Then after that, I had stolen. Dude, I was working at Vinny's at the time as a food runner, and I had stolen a handle of laddies from Vinny's.
Oh, the
Right?
good
I
stuff.
like
That's
literally just started working there. Right? I stole a handle of laddies from Vinny's, and we went back after like one. Everyone like had all these. We had dog houses. We had so much stuff, right? And it was all in my mom's garage. All this contraband, right? And it was all in my mom's garage. So we came back and like the two teams were like it was really heated as to how we're gonna score this because who was gonna win really fucking mattered. Right? Like we're all criminals at this point, guys. Like the scoring really mattered. Like there was a huge dude. There was a huge argument about the scoring. Huge. And then everyone was like, why are we even arguing about this? Who cares? And I was like, let's get the Vladdies out. Let's go. And I got the Vladdies out. And we started passing around, and everyone started drinking and had some fun. And, young kids,
what a
man.
night. What a
What a
night.
night. What a
What a
fucking
night.
night to be alive, Daddy. What a
Matt
night to be
Lavelle.
alive. And
Matt
that's how it
Lavelle.
went. That's how it went. That's my story, Daddy. What do you think?
I love it. I love
Love
it.
it.
And
Love it.
I think we have a theme here. I'm about to tell my story, and
Woo! Woo!
it involves a lot of it's youthful crime. So let's just
Good
go
old
ahead.
vandalism?
Let's go ahead and get right now. It's a
Oh,
little
shit.
more ingrained than that. All right. I was once suspended from school for bookmaking. Your choices here. Obviously, myself, Richie,
Number one,
Gallagher,
no, number one suspect.
the Big Thrill, Nick
Ooh,
Gill,
ooh,
or everyone's favorite redheaded stepchild, Mikey Shields, aka Meeg.
me. Oh boy, I was hoping you were gonna say that motherfucker. Okay, so I was once suspended for bookmaking. Like going through my head right now, Gallagher, absolutely fucking not. He's too much of a goody two shoes. Nick Gill, I could see it being like the thing that happened with Mike in the first story with the whole getting kicked out of confession thing, because Gill could have been doing something like a March Madness pool and they're like, "Oh, he's bookmaking, suspend him." You know what I mean? Like I could see that if it's Gil, I could see that. But Richie and Meeg, they are your number one culprits, babe. I mean, Richie. If this story isn't even about Richie, Richie at one time was bookmaking. I can imagine. And Meeg, I mean, what can we say about that guy? That isn't just the best thing ever. Is
Total
he?
wild card.
He is. I'll tell you, if they made a Meeg TV show, I'd be fucking all in. I would
It'd
be.
be 6 seasons
It,
in a movie. It'd
it'd
have to be.
be. It'd be incredible. Just they could do a whole episode on how he greets women, and I'd be like, this guy fucking is it. Now let's just. I mean, he's 5 foot nothing, 100 and nothing. Rock at the time I had met him, the three times I'd met him, every time he was rocking slides with socks and a
Mhm.
fucking fitted. And I was just like, I fucking love this kid. I love him, love him.
His legend is still growing too. It still grows to
Uh,
this day.
wasn't he working in the adult film industry at one point?
I don't believe so. He was the
Oh,
social media director for the Minnesota Lynx.
basically
Um,
the same thing.
uh, Major League MLS team for a while, but now he's working
Oh,
for a different team somewhere out in San Diego.
I mean, I wish him nothing but the best. Love him to death. But okay,
All right.
so okay, let me get some questions in here.
Yeah.
So, did this take place during high school?
No.
Oh, did this take place during grade school?
Yes.
Okay. That's two questions. Fuck. Should have asked that question better. Okay. So grade school, and these guys all went to, was this at a Catholic school?
It was.
Catholic grade school. Okay. Trying to think, did anyone do public? I don't think anyone in this crew did public. No. Nick Gill did public. So he's eliminated. Okay. Which is nice. Right? Yeah. Nick Gill did
Hmm.
public grade school. Okay. So then, all right. Well, he was a wild card anyway. Man, Richie or Meeg is really who I'm. If it's Gallagher again, I'm gonna fucking kick my own dick. Um, man. Or if it's you, is that the theme, Burn? Is that we're picking ourselves tonight? Huh? Is that
Who
the
can say?
theme, Daddy?
Who can say?
Is that the theme? Hmm. Burn, think of a number. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight.
Three.
Okay. Okay, that told me everything I needed to know.
Was that your fourth question?
Fuck! Shit, that was my fourth. God damn it! Damn it. Oh shit, that was a fourth question. Okay. All right. Well, at least I got one more. Bookmaking. Was this around like an event like the Super Bowl or March Madness or something like that?
No.
Fuck. So it's bookmaking for something else. So you're running like a underground paper football league or something, and you're bookmaking that. Ah, fuck. Damn it. Okay. So grade school bookmaking. I should have asked, was it money? Was it what you were betting? Or it could have been something other than that, like candy or something. God damn it. I really fucked my own dick on this with that fucking number question. That was fucking stupid. That was bad coaching. I'll tell you, bad coaching. Okay, here we go. All right, so I'm eliminating Nick Gill. I'm gonna eliminate Gallagher and burn Richie and Meeg. Is it the theme? Is it burn? Is it burn? I still haven't gotten one of these yet. Did you pick Richie and me because you know I'd be attracted to them right away and it's to deter me from you? I think you did. Burn, I'm guessing the one and only Benoit Payud Podcasty tonight. That's my guess. Final guess.
Final guess is me.
Yes.
Maddie, welcome to the Cadillac board because you have hit it. You nailed it. Now, your instincts were good. A couple things here. Meeg also went to public school.
Oh.
Richie was involved but not suspended. I took
Ooh,
the
okay.
I took the heat. Um,
Oh, okay. Stand up
I
guy.
I took the heat. Well, I was the one who got caught red-handed. We were in fifth grade
Okay.
at Holy Name of Jesus Elementary School.
Holy name of Jesus, Batman.
That's right. This took place in library where we had run a scam for a few weeks, which is we were taking dollar bets on basketball games, but you had to pick against the Bulls. There was no point spread. It was a straight money line bet. And then no matter what happened, we told the kids that the Bulls won and they paid us the dollar. This
You
was Michael
you
Jordan era
fixed the
Bulls.
book. Yeah,
We
no one
didn't
knew.
we didn't even bother checking the results. They were just like, what happened? We'd be like, Bulls won again. And they would fork over the dollar. I got busted collecting from three
If
different
the
kids.
Bulls would have lost, would you
We
have to
still
pay
said they
out
won.
$2? I'm
No,
saying if they
it was idiocy. It was a straight dollar for a dollar. If the Bulls lose, we'll give you a dollar. If the Bulls, if the Bulls win, you give us a dollar.
Surprise,
And
surprise, the Bulls never lose.
I mean, I think they did win. This was in, like I said, fifth grade. This is like 92, 93.
So they won
However
the
old you are in
NBA
fifth grade.
championship. So they were definitely winning.
They had come off an NBA championship, and everyone just
Yeah.
assumed they were Michael Jordan unbeatable. I was reprimanded when I was caught collecting with my little sheet written down by the library teacher, a woman named Sharon Conway, and I will never
Mm,
forget it. She broke her
mm,
ruler on the
mm.
desk and screamed, "This is not a riverboat casino." At which point I was then taken to the office, which was right next door to the library, and suspended. Maybe a harsh. I was sent home for the day.
Still, technically a suspension.
Maybe I missed the next one, but I was back in the saddle soon. But it was a totally fabricated league. We just, no matter what, we said sorry. The Bulls won. We never even paid anyone $1 just to make it look good. And I think all said and done, I think the whole thing netted about $14.
Was
So
Gallagher one of the dopes, or was he one of the collectors?
no, it was me, Richie Gallagher, and Dino. This was our idea.
Nice. So you had a bunch of
But
marks on the table.
yeah, and everybody else was a mark. And Gallagher,
Nice.
we were smart enough to have Gallagher and Dino, like they would pipe in, like, yeah, I'll take the other team. But we were really scumming
Right.
it up, like because
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
they were just hyping it up. Really, they were
Yeah.
creating.
You
Hype
guys
for
worked
it.
a great game. Hey, you worked a good gimmick.
It was a
You got a good con. It was a good
it was
con.
it was a good con for fifth graders until I got caught collecting like behind a
The
bookshelf.
fact though that you had the whole gang, like everyone had their role to play, really good
Yes,
stuff. Really
yeah,
good stuff. Yeah.
yep.
Yeah. Nice. All right.
And so you're on the board, Maddie. Nice job by
All
you.
right.
You
Hey,
saw through my
we
ruse.
were both that dude tonight, bro.
We
How
were
does it
both
feel to be
that
that
dude. We were
dude?
both that dude. Who that dude?
Nice.
We that dude.
Very good. All right, well, let's keep it moving. We're going to head on now to some same brain, Daddy. Ready for some same brain?
Ooh, yeah. Since we both that dude, hopefully same
We
brain
both
will.
that dude. We both that dude. Same brain. Same brain. Love it. All right, Burn. Here we go. Let's try and fucking make it fucking work. Okay? Let's fucking make it work, dude. Let's fucking make it work. All right? Can we do that?
We can try.
Okay. Okay. Are we ready? Here we go. Here we go. Are we ready, Daddy?
I'm ready as I'm going to be.
All right. I'm with you. I'm with you.
I'm feeling it.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Soccer.
Pancakes.
Stay with me, Daddy.
Okay.
Soccer and food. Stay with me. 3, 2, 1. Bananas.
Bananas. Deuce. A deucer.
The bananas
A
win
deucer.
again.
The
That's the
bananas
second
can't
domination of the bananas today.
Can't stop these bananas. You can't even
The
hope to
super
contain them.
bananas. Fucking super bananas, baby.
Just
That's
just for those
rocket
bananas
power.
out there.
That's
Shout out to Rocket,
supernova.
Princess, Supernova, the monster, the shark,
Cameroon.
the whole damn crew.
Yeah, Maeve. Maeve's my hustler. Maeve's the hustler, baby. I had to tell Maeve, I was like, Maeve, stop running in circles right now. We were on defense, and she started running in circles around me and the other defender while we're
She's
waiting.
she's fired up. She's fired up.
Dude, Maeve is all energy all the time. Like we're doing a drill, and she just starts doing toe taps on the ball, and I'm like, Maeve, I'm loving it, but she is all go, and I love it. I love it, and that's why she's one of my stars. Love Maeve. Shout out, fan of the show, listen to the show. All right, that was a good same brain, Daddy. Are we ready?
Good same brain. Yep.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. New Jersey.
Hockey.
You said New Jersey and hockey?
Mm-hmm. Let's
Okay.
go.
You know what we're doing then.
I know what we're doing.
3, 2, 1. Devils.
Devils. Another deucer. Another deuce.
Are we
Wow.
just come on. Come on,
We-
Daddy.
We're them dudes.
Daddy.
We're them dudes
We
tonight,
them
Maddie.
dudes. It's official. It is official. We them dudes. We them dudes. Are we ready?
Yes.
Here we go. Dude, I'm feeling it right now. Let's make it a good. Let's make it a good. Okay? Here we go.
All right. Let's see. We went. All right.
You know what I'm contemplating? I mean, like, I don't want to say, but
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, um.
Okay. Just think about everything we've been talking about tonight. You know?
hmm
Try and use that. Here we go. Three, two, one. Andor.
Air conditioner. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. Okay. You with
All
me?
right. Yep. I'm with you.
All right. Let's just make it let's make it easy. Okay,
Let's
here
do
we
it.
go. Three, two, one. Star Wars.
Star Wars. Fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of this town. Triple deuce.
Dude.
Triple deuce.
And on
Triple
that note,
deuce.
that's fucking sane brain, and that is
Yes.
how you fucking do it.
We're on it. We're on one
Oh
tonight, Maddie.
God,
We
I'm
are
fucking
on one.
dick popping
You
tonight,
know what we
Daddy.
do?
Dick
We're
poppins.
we're channeling the improvisational yes and
Yeah.
in honor of George Wendt tonight. That's
Amen
what
to
we're
that.
doing. We're getting on the same page. We're putting on a show, Daddy.
Putting
We're
on a
putting on a
fucking
show.
show, Daddy. All right, here we go. We're going to commence to commenting. First comment comes from everyone's favorite daddy, the one and only Omni112, William Handy. Love having him back in the mix. Love to have him on the team. 167 subscribers out of 8 videos. Great dude, great retort, great daddy. He left a comment on the awkward parents convos at a birthday are the worst. That's the truth. Here's his comment. He says, I usually find it easier to talk when I can access a few factors before I talk. 1. What are you drinking? Beer, scotch, bourbon, or wine cooler? 2. Do you seem as miserable as I am in this social setting of strangers? 3.
Brilliant.
Do you have a beard? And is it paired with normal men's beard things like beer, maybe a flannel shirt? Okay. 4. Are you overdressed? Less than an AF you give a fuck. Okay. Less of a fuck you give, easier the vibe. Sweatpants and a Deadpool for President t-shirt and some camo Crocs. Yes, we can hang. And the number 5. Are you doing men shit? Throwing a football, grilling, jumping in the bounce house, or minding your own damn business, admiring the homemade smoker made out of a barrel from a junkyard? I mean, fucking please. Please,
Omni,
Omni,
Omni.
please.
Where are you? Where are you for all these childhood birthday parties? Because I'll tell you what, I think
Amen.
we'd find each other pretty quick. I don't think it would
Amen,
take
Daddy.
us long to find each other.
Amen. A fucking man. Next comment comes off the Live Revamped. Talks about dating in the industry and her current relationship. Live Revamped, guest on the show, God, a year ago.
At
Awesome
least, yeah.
guest. Dude, I'll tell you, I had a buddy of mine who we had the Live Revamped episode, and he legit told me, he's like, I love watching your show, and there's a couple that I looked up afterwards, and that was definitely one of them. And I was like, hey, I research them all, Daddy. But this comes. I do my research on all of them, Daddy.
You gotta be good. Gotta be a responsible host.
Yep. Next comment comes from Billy Lawrence, aka Billy Lawrence UX3 UK. 316 subscribers off of 27 videos. Left a comment on the Live Revamp talks about dating in the industry clip. It says, when you returning to Tampa? Smiley face. Which, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know that I've ever been to Tampa.
I don't know. I don't know.
I
I
hear it's
don't know.
lovely this time of year. You want to
Sure.
get there pre-hurricane season.
Yeah. So next comment, that was okay. Next comment comes off the kicked out of confession story clip. Comes from Mike Picked. Mike Picked, 104 subscribers off of 712 videos. You got to get that ratio up, Daddy. You got to get that ratio up. Left a comment on the kicked out of confession clip. He says, Pedophiles pretending to be fathers is so creepy. I can't imagine non-pedophiles participating sober. Holy shitola, dude. What are we doing? What
Yeah,
are we doing?
I mean,
Uh
most priests I know like to tie one on as well too. So I don't
oh,
think it's not the most
dude.
sober vocation out there. That's for sure.
Dude, when we worked at Vinny's right by St. Charles Monastery where they were training
The
priests,
seminary, yeah.
oh, the seminary. Yeah, the seminary. Those guys were coming in and drinking it down it by the barrel, babe. They were downing them, daddy. They knew how to put it away. Next comment comes from the Hardships Provide Perspective clip from our girl, the one and only Arabella del Busso. This clip is 3 years old, and this comment comes from Neil Mac SBF6F. No subscribers, no videos, a silly goose. And
You silly goose, Neil.
yeah, they left a comment on this 3 year old clip saying she is a pathological liar and thief. I mean, guys, leave her the fuck alone. Will you? Are
People
we done?
really, she
Are we
really,
done?
maybe it's just that we're not in Australia, like, and we don't get how much controversy surrounds her. But I found her to be lovely. All I can say is
Just a
what
sweetie.
the interaction was. But man, people really have a bug up their ass for Arabella. They really do.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Poor
Absolutely.
gal.
And I don't know why, because she was nothing but great. I mean, what are we even doing here? So, and then last comment comes from the he caught a what with his bare hands clip, talking about catching a duck with their bare hands clip. And it comes from Vagabond Caleb. Vagabond Caleb 8915. 121 subscribers off of 335 videos. I mean, wow. Okay. And they left a comment saying on the he caught what with his bare hands clip, and he just left a comment saying herpes.
Nice. Duck herpes.
Yeah,
Well, hey,
duck herpes,
we're
the
getting some
toughest.
response to the Who That Dude. I gotta like that, right?
Yeah,
We gotta
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Sure.
Those, I believe, were our first Who Dat Dude. That was our first Who Dat Dude segment, both of those.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I believe you're right. Yeah, you are also a genius.
Keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming.
Love it, love it. One more of it. Make it hurt, drill sergeant. Make it hurt. Okay, so that does it for the commencing of commentings, all that stuff. Thank you all for commencing to comment, and we love you. We want more of you. But now, Burn, it's time to talk. It's time to talk yup. It's time to tell these yups
Ooh,
to
back off.
back the feck off. Back off, dude. Back the fuck off, dude. All right, Burn, are you ready to talk? Are we ready to talk? You ready to talk? You ready to listen? You ready to talk?
What do we got tonight, baby?
Well, here's the first thing we're going to talk about, and I'm fucking sick of Yuppies taking this over. I'm fucking sick of it. Because I love it and I miss it. And I miss it so much. You know what I'm talking about, Burn?
What is that, Matt?
I'm talking about burning the lung dart. Talking
Oh,
about throwing
heater.
back a root. Talking crushing a heater. Talking having a fucking smoke. Dude, there is nothing better than a fucking smoke and a beer. You got your fucking beer and you got a fucking smoke. Maybe after a meal,
Oh,
right? Maybe
perfection.
while getting a hot beach in the car on a nice summer night.
Wow, yeah. That's an all biter right there. Smoke, a beer,
Oh,
and a beach all at the same time. What's
smoke a
better
beer
than
on the
that?
beach, baby. That's a fucking good Friday night. Daddy throwing a bucket of chicken. That's my good day, pal. But I'm telling you, that is, I mean, having a fucking smoke. One, you are cool. It is indoctrinated into our brains that when you're having a fucking smoke, you are cool. All right? You're fucking James Dean with it. All right? I remember I used to hold him like this too because I was a fucking gangster. Every once in a while
Mm-hmm.
I did this guy. Also, international symbol for having a smoke right here.
Yep.
Right?
Everyone knows it. Everyone knows it. You can
Everybody
run into
knows
somebody
it.
In Latvia, you go like this. They know what you're asking for.
Everybody wants to smoke. I used to smoke all different kinds. I smoked Marlboro Milds for a while. Smoked Camel Lights for a while. Marlboro Lights. Oh my God. Parliament Menthol Lights. Oh, smoked them all, Daddy, for a long time, and I loved them. Loved them. But you know what's going on now, Bern? I mean, they're
Oh,
just they're not
I see it
smoking
everywhere.
cigarettes anymore. They're not.
No,
You
they're
know what
sure
they're
not.
smoking? You know what they're
Vapes,
smoking?
vapes.
And big fat cock. All right? That's what they're smoking. Vapes and big fat cock. Okay? I mean, what are we doing? What is wrong? One, you get a pack of smokes, you pack that fucker up, right? You
Mm-hmm.
pack it up on your knuckles or something. You're looking cool, packing your pack, right? Packing that fucking pack of smokes. Then you crack that bad boy open. Oh.
You know what you don't need with vapes? A Zippo
What?
lighter. What was cooler than
Oh,
having a sweet Zippo? Right? A
dude.
sweet Zippo. You crack that baby, you run it off something, you put it right up there.
Oh.
Boom. Makes a nice satisfying sound back in the pocket, harder to lose, a little heavier, a little weight. You get
Yeah.
yourself a pack. I was never a menthol guy, but you get
No.
yourself a pack. The guy with the Marby Reds and the sweet Zippo, where's he hanging out after this? That's because that's where I'm going. I'm
Where's the
following
line of
his
people
lead.
blowing him? Because that's what's going on,
Yeah,
right? If
it's
you're the
around the block,
guy,
Maddie. It's
yeah,
around the block.
yeah, get in line because it's a long one. If you
You're gonna wait.
got
You're gonna be here.
Marlboro Reds and a Zippo lighter, there's a line around the block ready to smoke that guy's pole, and that's just a fact. It's a fact, Burn. I didn't write the rules. I just live by them, right?
Yeah, we live in society here, Matt. I mean, there's very little we can do about it. The rules have been written, and putting that little robot dick in your mouth, it doesn't make any sense to me. Here's another thing too:
No,
is smoking good for you? No. Is
no,
anything that's cool good for you? No.
no.
But we know what smoking will do, right? Lung cancer, emphysema, heart disease. We know all that. You know what we don't
Totally.
know about vapes? How bad they are. We got the
Oof.
kids with the goddamn popcorn lungs. And the thing about it too is it's more socially acceptable now to vape. You know, it's tough to be a smoker. You know, I have friends who moved to California who just quit smoking because they were like, there's just nowhere to do it.
Yeah,
There's just nowhere to
yeah,
do it. Like you're not allowed
yeah.
to do it anywhere. When you do it, people look at you like you're a monster, like you're shooting up in the middle of the street.
Oh,
But with the vaping, man, I see people vaping like you used to have to wait for a smoke, right? You have to wait for a smoke. You need a break from work, or you have to wait till you're done doing this, or the time had to be appropriate. But now you're sucking that little vape all goddamn day. There's
dude.
indoors, outdoors. Doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't look cool. It's potentially just as bad for you, if not worse. And it doesn't have any of the social appeal to it. Like, hey, do you want to go out and grab a smoke? That's a time where you now two people are outside. You have 5 minutes to have a conversation with it. You might not have had a conversation with that person for 5 minutes. Now people are just vaping away, just one whack and
Yeah.
they're gone.
I'll tell you, dude. I mean, I do love like the smoke break itself is an amazing thing. It's an
Brilliant.
amazing thing.
It's
It'll
brilliant.
change. Like you will push to the smoke break. Be like, I got a smoke break coming. I can push and I can handle it. And then I get my smoke break and I'm fucking ready, dude.
My
I'll tell you,
productivity
I
goes up. I'm
yeah,
like, no, I'm knocking all this shit. I'm making sure that when I walk out there, everything is so done that no one's gonna come looking for me for 5 minutes.
because
I've
I
left no
need
stone unturned. I need that
yeah.
5 minutes of solitude,
Oh
and it
yeah,
actually leads to a more complete job. You know,
yeah. Job well done. Smoke break well done. You've
take your
earned it,
reward.
pal. You've earned it. One thing too, I work in an office and there's like smoking stations, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there is like a group of, there's some inside baseball going on with these smoking crews.
Sure, of course.
There's a group of ladies that have been working here for 20 years. They've been taking smoke breaks together for all this time, and they got the inside track of what's going on. They know this office inside and out. And it's part of me is always wanting to be like, hey, maybe I'll buy a pack. Just head over there every once in a while, catch the dirt. You know what I mean?
That's where the
But
real dirt is.
that's where all the dirt is, Daddy. You go to the smoke break station, that's Dirt City. You're the mayor. Welcome
Dirt.
aboard. You know. But that's smoking. So I would love to in a couple of years if AI is like, yes, the vapes are that's our dicks, and you guys have been blowing
The
robot
whole
dicks for
time.
years.
We really appreciate it.
I would
Thanks so
love that
much.
if
Thanks so
AI is like,
much.
oh, we just needed something, and you guys just you were so willing to just blow us. It's incredible. So yeah,
With no questions asked.
no questions asked. We put a little flavored smoke in there, and you guys were fucking. We had to tell you to stop. Oh, we were like, "Hey, have some popcorn lung. Just cut us a break. We're only AI here. We're only
Also,
artificial. We can't just
smoke
all the
should taste
time."
like either smoke or menthol. There's two
Yeah,
flavors. There's
yeah,
menthol and there's unflavored. It's not
yeah,
mango, banana, margarita. Like what are you doing, man? What are you doing?
yeah.
What
You're
are you
being a cunt.
doing?
You're being a cunt.
Bubblegum flavored. Get the fuck out of here.
Why? Why, dude? Why? I like my
Grow up.
smoke like I like
Grow up.
fucking smoke because it's
Grow
great.
up is all I'll say. Just grow up.
That's all I'm gonna say. So that's our first topic for back off yuppie burn. I loved it. I loved it, and I want more of it. And smoking, God, I want to restart every day. I do.
Don't do it.
I think about getting a pack. I haven't smoked in years, but God, I miss it. I miss it every day. I even tried doing the nicotine pouches. I just couldn't.
Wasn't the
It
same. Not the same.
wasn't for
Nothing's the
me.
same.
It's not a break. It's not a break.
Nope.
That's the difference. You get your smoke break. But what are you going to do? So, next thing we're going to talk about, we're transitioning, Burn, to our second back off yuppie topic. Are you ready? Are you willing?
I,
Are you
I,
Gable?
so far, I'm Gable, baby.
All
I'm
right.
Clark
Here we
Gable.
go. Second topic we're looking at. You know it? You love it? It's field day, Burn, also known as Olympic
Oh,
Day. The best
oh,
day of the school year. The best day of the school year. It was so I went to Catholic school, so it's called field day, but you represented like your school colors. So our school colors were gold, blue, and white, right? So you either you're on the gold team, the blue team, or the white team, right? And I had a
makes
bunch of
perfect
buddies who went to
sense.
public school, and it was Olympic Day. And guess what the colors they had were? Fucking red, white, and blue. Fucking
America.
America.
Fuck yeah. Fuck
Fuck
yeah.
yeah, dude. So, Olympic Day, field day, the best day of the year. If you were a dude, this is where you showcase. Like, I've been fucking revving up all year. I've been running, 100-yard dashing, throwing footballs, throwing baseballs, walking with the egg, playing some soccer, playing some hockey, whatever it is. You set it up and you were doing it, daddy. You were doing it and loving it. Loving it. So, field day might be, it's the best fucking day of the year. And I would love, I mean, is there adult field day? I would love it.
Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be incredible? No, field day was the best. We used to have it. There was like a park, like 2 blocks away from our school, huge park, 44 Park. So boom,
Yeah.
done. So first of
Done.
all, nothing's better than getting off school
Oh,
grounds while you're in
yeah.
school, and you get to
Yeah.
leave school grounds and you get to
Oh, yeah.
walk. You're
Oh,
not getting
yeah.
shuffled right into a bus. You're walking where you need to go. And then, yeah, you'd have your egg races. You have your three-legged races. And then you get a little older. And then it was like, okay, well, let's start actually doing some stuff here, right? We're going to have a little
Yeah.
soccer competition. We're going to shoot some free throws. We're going to see who can chuck this football the farthest. It's just, field day was the absolute best.
The
And
best.
if you can't get excited for field day, then I don't know what hope you're going to have of getting excited for anything going on in this crazy, messed up world. Because there's few things better. There are
No.
few things better. And if you're holding out,
Also, no. If you're holding out, keep going.
if you're holding out, waiting to find something that's going to be better in your adult life than field day was when you were a kid, I got some bad news for
Bad news.
you, buddy. It's not
Bad
coming.
news. Nope. And it
It doesn't
won't.
exist.
One of the great things about field day is that there was like a sleeper event. So even like if you had an unathletic kid on your team, there was a sleeper event where this kid just fucking crushed. It was something. It was carrying the egg on the spoon, right? Or it
Absolutely.
was the pick their airplane challenge, or it was who could hold a cartwheel or some bullshit, right? Like there was some weird challenge where it was like, oh man, this isn't typical, whatever. But this kid just crushed it, and so he became a hero for an event, and then getting you points for that day to get your team in the lead. Then he becomes a hero for the day. There's relay
Everybody,
races,
yep.
everything,
Everybody's got a shot. Everybody's got a shot to shine on field day. You don't have to be the
Yeah.
most athletic kid in the world. And I think
No.
what we're dealing with here is we're afraid. right? The Yuppies are afraid. I don't want little Saxon to be, feel bad because he dropped his egg. So we're just not going to do it anymore. That's not life, guys. If you can't hang during field day when there's all
Nope.
that community and all these
Yeah.
people and they're rooting you on and they're on your team, then guess what? When you get older and you got to do it all for yourself, you're going to be screwed. You're going to be
Yeah.
screwed.
Yeah.
It's a great way to teach kids how to step up to the plate.
Yeah. Step up and be a part of something and support your teammates, and you're included and everyone's having fun and it's out there getting exercise and being competitive. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with it. Be competitive. I love seeing being competitive in these young kids. Light a fire in them, Daddy. Light that fire. But Bern, I would say those were the golden ages.
Oh,
You know what else is golden?
what's that?
I think you know.
Let's see, what else is golden? Oh, I have an idea.
Talk to me, Daddy.
Matt, if you would allow me to take you on a journey. Interior, Golden Girl's kitchen. Night, Rose is meticulously polishing an apple. Blanche enters wearing a flowing, slightly sheer dressing gown and sighs dramatically.
Oh, Rose, darling, you simply wouldn't believe the day I've had. My beauty sleep was utterly ruined by a rogue pigeon on the lanai. Utterly ruined.
Oh dear, did it make a mess? We could try one of those reflective owl statues. My Uncle Gustav had one. Kept the squirrels right off his bird feeder. Though to be fair, he mostly just fed them stale herring, so they weren't too keen on coming around anyway.
Oh, no. It wasn't the mess, darling. It was the implication. A bird staring at me, judging me. It was positively rude, and I feel undesirable.
Undesirable? Blanche, you're the most desirable woman in South Florida. Didn't you just tell us about the gentleman, Mr. Henderson, who sent you roses shaped like miniature flamingos?
Well, yes, I did, and yes, he did, and they were simply divine. But this pigeon, it saw me before my morning routine, before my facial mask, before my spritzing, before my, well, you understand. Rose, I've decided. I need to attract only the most discerning of winged creatures. I'm going to start wearing a tiara to bed for the pigeons.
Tiara. For pigeons. Blanche, honey, pigeons don't care about tiaras. They care about breadcrumbs. And maybe shiny things, but I don't think your tiara will really sparkle through from the lanai.
But don't you see, Rose? It's about sending a message. This is a woman of distinction, it will say. A woman who even in her sleep commands respect. And then perhaps they'll bring me little jewels instead of judging me.
I think you might be giving pigeons too much credit, Blanche. And possibly tiaras.
Ugh. You don't understand the complex relationship between a woman and her admirers, feathered or otherwise. And scene. Thank you, everyone, for watching another episode of the Working Perspectives Podcast presents The Retorted Show. I'm Matt Lavelle. He's Bern Podcasty. And in case you're wondering, you can find all our stuff and all our content on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. You're also on Instagram at Working Perspectives Podcast. Join us on Twitter and TikTok at Working P Pod. And if you'd like to be a guest on thy show, please email us at workperspectives@gmail.com. And please like and subscribe. We'll keep bringing you this incredible content. Can't thank you enough. We love you all so much. You are amazing. Catch you later. See ya.